Hello and welcome to another update video about HNT Helium. It is a chart that I warned about very much in my last video. I don't cover helium very often. Don't get me wrong, I've got two miners sitting here that I would actually love to use, but they just don't pay for themselves during times like these when the value of HNT is so low. And this is pure dumpster fire. I mean, I talked about it before. It's a chart that, as you can see here, topped in 3 waves. That's an ABC structure. And it's a chart where I told you in the last video, until I see impulsive waves to the upside, I'm not going to touch it. And I warned against investing. I mean, I can't really warn against anything, but because it's up to you if you want to buy or not. I'm not a financial advisor, but I said I don't see a reason to be long here until we see 5 waves to the upside. I illustrated something that could be a potential, at least some short-term upside, which, because we had 5 waves down, made sense in terms of a wave 1 down, a wave 2 up, and then further sell-off to the downside. But it didn't even do that, which just shows the weakness in this chart. So yeah, I mean, I really have my concerns about helium HNT. I'm very honest with you. Fundamentally, nothing wrong with this project as far as I'm concerned, but chart-wise, a really big problem, especially with this latest move down. I mean, this indicates a wave 3 to the downside, so it would indicate that wave 2 actually happened somehow already. So I have to take that one out now, because that didn't even happen. It's so weak that chart is. Wave 2, and this is most likely now wave 3 to the downside. But yeah, I mean, how much more does it want to go, really? I mean, as soon as we go below that 70-cent level, there is literally all support gone. So I had recently a few questions about HNT, which is why I cover it, especially in times where there's not much going on in the markets. But it's just basically to confirm that I don't see any opportunities with HNT chart-wise. This can always change, but it won't change until we see a 5-wave structure to the upside. And the way this sell-off is happening suggests to me that should be at least a wave 4 and a wave 5. In addition to that, you can draw a trend line on your chart, which will also give you an idea if a trend line like that is broken broadly. It will indicate that things are changing. But as you can see, we're quite far away from that trend line. Of course, a pullback to that trend line is always possible, maybe in this wave 4. Might be an opportunity for anybody who wants to get out there to get out. This is pure dumpster fire. I made in my last video, I looked at this chart from a log chart point of view, which is this one here. So the elite waves, you can use them in a very nice way, high level, to understand if a chart has potential or not. Whenever I see a chart that topped in only 3 waves, especially last year, it's something to stay away from. And to be honest, most crypto charts are like that. So 90% of altcoins, I mean, I don't know all charts, but from experience, when I look at a chart, 90% of them have topped in 3 waves. That's not a good prospect. Of course, things can always change, but then my view is always, it's time for quality. I'm focusing on charts which certainly haven't topped in 3 waves. If they do, I highlight it, but I really only focus on charts where I believe there is long-term growth potential. And this one is, I've got my concerns. But the other chart I showed you, it was not the log chart, it was the linear chart. So let me show you that one as well, because the linear chart, it looks even worse, to be fair. Let's open that as well. Might take a moment because I think I'm uploading a video in parallel here, so it might take a second or two to load. But as I said, the elite wave method allows us really well to identify charts that have potential, and without going into too much analysis, they can help us to identify these charts. And again, this is a chart, you can clearly see it. Just wait for the labels to pop up. As I said, the internet isn't great at the moment because I'm uploading in parallel. There you go. I did highlight in the last video that I can't remember. I think we already had dropped below the 88.7% FIB level, and I think the analysis from the previous video worked out very nicely. It's a little bit of a different count on this chart here. I showed you, I think, on the linear chart, a bullish outlook, where we said it actually moved up in 5 waves, but you can very easily count this as 3 waves as well. So there's always a bit, sometimes when things are unclear, you know, is this a 3-wave move up or is it actually a 5-wave move up? I also would stay away from it because it's not a very clear picture, okay? And in addition to that, I warned you as well because we dropped below the 88.7% FIB level. That's at 677. So helium, HNT, would need to move above that level to at least have a chance for something more bullish, because any coin that's below the 88.7% FIB level is at risk of going under. This is the place where coins go to go to the crypto graveyard. It is what it is. It doesn't mean they have to, but it's a reason for concern, and thousands of coins went into this region and died. It is what it is. No way around it. You know, no reason to talk nicely about it or whatever, or praise the fundamentals or anything, if this thing just keeps dropping. And in the previous video, I showed you here wave count ABC up, probably happened. Then here 1 down, 2 up. This must be the 3. There'll be a 4 and a 5. And when we're down here, I mean, how low do you want to go? I mean, next key support, certainly the $1 mark psychologically, and then here that 70-cent level. But if we go below that, I don't know where it wants to go. Single digit HNT, nothing for me to touch. If anybody wants to touch it, I mean, it's up to you, but it's pure speculation at this stage. It doesn't have anything to do with, in my opinion, proper investing. This is pure speculation, and it is in hoping for recovery. I mean, look at it. We're really, I mean, this thing retraced now in whatever, 97% or 98%. Yeah, of course, you can buy a little bit here and there and hope it will go to 100x, which it can do, absolutely. But just be aware that it could also, that it's at a place where it could very well go down. Yeah, it is what it is. Wouldn't be the first coin doing it. Also wouldn't be the first coin with a lot of great fundamentals to do it. I'd be pissed off because I bought 2 miners last year. But yeah, it is what it is. So I don't own any HNT, and I certainly won't until we see here something, a pretty impressive turnaround. Okay, that's my update about HNT. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.